This is the third session in our Introduction to Quality Improvement Methodology. Our sessions so far have covered identifying a quality issue and setting an aim. This session will look at the plan, do, study, act cycle for improvement, known universally as the PDSA cycle. These are the three questions which form the first part of the model for improvement. We have looked at what are we trying to accomplish. This is where we set our aim and what we want to achieve. In the next question, how will we know that a change is an improvement? This is where we consider measures, so that we know if change is an improvement. And when we think about the last question, what changes can we make that will result in improvement? These are your change ideas and what you can do differently to help you reach your aim. Remember the example aim we shared in the last session. By December 2024, 80% of children will increase time spent engaging in creative play. Here are some ideas of things you could try in order to meet this aim. And in quality improvement methodology, we call these change ideas. It's important to consult with children, parents and assistants if applicable when considering your change ideas. The PDSA cycle supports you in testing out each of your change ideas. Start with the idea you believe will have the biggest impact. When you plan your cycle, make sure you are clear about what you need to do. Remember the importance of measurements. You need to be confident about what needs to be recorded and when you will do this. This doesn't need to be complicated. For example, a simple tally chart taken at regular intervals to show how often children are accessing a new creative activity, or noting the length of time they are spending and getting absorbed in this would provide you with the information you need. The next stage of the cycle is the do element. This is where you will test out your new idea which you have planned. As well as noting your measurements, record any problems or unexpected things which happen. For example, when thinking of creative play resources, this may present some issues or risk for younger children, which needs to be better planned for. The important part is to record your finding as they happen, and this can be done in any way that suits you. The next stage within the cycle is the study section. Now you have tested your new idea and gathered all your information, ask yourself, did what you hoped would happen actually happen, or did you get an entirely different result? Take time to really consider what your information is telling you. Remember, it's okay if tests don't go to plan. This is still learning and will help you to move forward. These small ideas, when taken together, can lead to positive change. Consider what you have learned during this testing stage. What will your next step be? The final aspect of the PDSA cycle is the act part. In this act stage, you should consider whether to adopt, adapt, or abandon. For adopt, you need to consider, is it worth keeping? If it is, then you adopt it. It may be that it's worth keeping but needs to be developed further. If so, you should adapt it. For example, if some of the creative play resources are less suitable for younger children, you would need to consider how to ensure they can only access resources suitable for their age and stage. Or if it has not worked at all, you should abandon it and start again by identifying another change idea from your list to test. The PDSA cycle allows you to see what works well and what doesn't, and gives you the opportunity to try out new ideas before adopting them. You should carry out as many PDSA cycles as you need in order to be confident in your changes before fully adopting and embedding the improvements that you have made. Before watching the next session, carry out your first test of change using the PDSA cycle.